Let's talk about stem and leaf plots. And if you've never seen a stem and leaf plot before, well, this is an example of one, and we're going to, of course, go through this. But stem and leaf plots have to do with looking at data. Okay, this is a big topic in mathematics. So when we have a bunch of information, a bunch of raw data, what can we do? Well, you can do all sorts of things with it. You can find the average or the mean. You can try to find the median, the mode, the range. You can do all different type of things. For those of you that are studying more advanced statistics or data analysis, you can find things like the standard deviation, etc. But pretty much everybody at the middle school and high school level and beyond need to be able to construct basic graphs from data. Now, one of those would be the stem and leaf plots. Other ones would be things like the box and whisker plots, or frequency tables, or bar graphs, circle graphs, etc. So if all this sounds kind of familiar to you, well, stem and leaf plot is one of the graphs or plots that you're going to have to learn. So let's suppose you were given some sort of set of data, and here is a group of data. This could be anything. This could be maybe people's age. This can be maybe dollars. This could be maybe weight in pounds. Doesn't make a difference. It's just some sort of set of data. And instead of just looking at all this information this way, we want to kind of see it represented in a better way, a more visual way, so we can kind of see the trends or the weighting, if you will, of what's going on. So this idea of a stem and leaf plot falls under the category of data analysis, and plots and graphs, tables, and those things definitely help us analyze what's going on with raw information. So what is a stem and leaf plot? Well, if you look at these words, stem and leaves, here we have stems and leaves, you might be thinking to yourself like a tree, right? Like, let's say here's a tree, it's a pretty bad tree, but here, let's say we call this a branch or a stem, and then there's some leaves off that particular stem or branch. And then some of you might be thinking, well, is this kind of where this word stem and leaf plot is coming from? Is it kind of this kind of concept? And yes, that's exactly the concept that is related to why we call this a stem and leaf plot. And of course, we have stems and then we have leaves. So let's see how this works. Again, this is not that difficult, but if you're new to this, anything new, well, we need to start from the beginning. So a stem and leaf plot, what you're going to do is we're going to organize our information, our numbers here, okay, our data, and we're going to do it based upon the first digit of these numbers. So here, for example, I have 12, 17, 14, 19, and that's about it. So what you're going to do, you're going to create what we call stems, okay? Now, what is the first digit of all of these numbers, all these two-digit numbers? Well, it is 1, okay? So 1 is going to be our first stem, and you're going to look for your lowest numbers first, okay? Now, of course, this would work with single-digit numbers as well, but typically you're going to have more than just one digit. You're going to have two or more, because this is how we construct both stem and leaves. But let's go ahead and take a look at the stems here. So our first stem is 1. Okay, so kind of think of it here as our little tree trunk, and then we have a nice stem or a branch. It is the 1 stem. Okay, now off that stem, we're going to have these digits here. 2, there's 7, here is 14, I didn't want to miss that one, and then here we'll have 9. Now the way you want to construct this is you want to put the lowest digits first, the lowest digit. So here we're dealing with 12, 17, 14, 19. So our stem here is 1. Then you want to write the leaves that we have in order as well. So we're going to write 2 first. Okay, so we'll put that 2 first, and then we'll put 4, okay, for 14 right there, and then we'll put 7 for 17, and then we'll put 9 for 19. Okay, so we have the 1 stem, okay, then of course these are our leaves, 2, 4, 7, and 9. Now, you don't have to write this branch. I'm just kind of showing you that this is the kind of main idea. This is our one stem, and these are our leaves that are coming off that stem, okay, or that branch. And it's a good visual way to kind of see what's going on. Okay, here we have 1, and when you're interpreting these stem and leaves, these are numbers, right? 1 and 2 mean, oh, this is the number 12. 1 and 4, that's 14. So you can kind of read this, right? If we want to reconstruct the numbers here, well, this is saying we have the number 12, 14, 17, and 19. Okay? All right, so now let's go ahead and look for the next stem. Are you struggling in math because of confusing lessons? Maybe the teacher's not showing you all the steps you need, or things are happening too fast. Well, there is a better way. So come on over to my math help program at tcmathacademy.com. There you'll find clear step-by-step instruction by me that will definitely make a huge difference in your math success. So make sure to check out all my courses by following the links in the description. And again, we're starting with 1, so we're going to see if we have any 2s, and we do. So that's 20, 29, and 22, and 21. Okay, so these right here, these numbers, you can see our stem is going to be 2, and then we can go ahead and construct the leaves. So our first number is 20. Okay, so we're going to put that stem 2, and you're going to draw these little lines in here, by the way, just like this. You're going to have a column for stems and a column for leaves. So just draw yourself a nice little plot just like this. And so we're going to put 0, okay, to represent our 20. Okay, so that's our first leaf. And then we have 21. Okay, so we'll put 1 next. We have 22. So we'll put that 2 right there. And then we have 29. We'll put that 9 right there. So right off the bat, we can see this data. There is a lot of plots for things in the 10s or the teens and the 20s. Okay, so this is the bulk of our data. So you can already kind of interpret, hey, you know, these stems with 1 and 2 have a lot going on. And then we go ahead and continue to look for any other information here in our data set. And we can see we have one number in the 30s. So this is going to be 33. So we'll put our stem as 3, and then of course our one leaf will be 3. So that represents the number 33. And then lastly, we have 45. So we'll have a stem of 4 and our leaf of 5. And there you go. Okay, so this here is the stem and leaf plot for this data. Okay, now there's other ways we can look at this information. There's all sorts of different things. We could find the mean. We could try to find the we could find the median. We could find the mode if there is a mode. You can find the range. You can find the standard deviation. You can construct all different type plots to look at this. Remember, when you're looking at data, we want to be able to just kind of, look for trends, obvious things that, aren't so easy to see when we just have a list of numbers like this. That's why we do these various plots. And again, it's not difficult stuff to do. So if you've never seen a stem and leaf plot, this is one. And I'm pretty sure if I gave you another problem on this, you could do it. All you have to do is just basically follow the steps. Okay, not that difficult. Now, if you need additional help with stem and leaf plots, box and whisker plots, frequency tables, all this stuff, I teach in any one of my algebra courses, pre-algebra, algebra 1, depending on what level you're at. I have a full a chapter on data, okay, which would include all these different topics that I'm talking about. So depending on what level you're at, if you need help with this kind of statistical analysis, check out those courses. That's where my best help is at. But hopefully this video helped you out. And if that is the case, again, don't forget to like and subscribe. And with that being said, I definitely wish you all the best in your mathematics adventures. Thank you for your time and have a great day.